everybody, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and today I am excited because I am doing a 5-item swap with Amy from CraftyCatUSA, and she has sent me this envelope that has 5 items in it that I have to use to create something for a journal. I reached out to her and asked her if she would be interested in doing this, and she accepted. And I'm very excited to be doing this with her. I believe that she also did her video today, and so I will be sure to link that down in the description box so that you can pop on over to her channel and watch what she does with my 5 items. So I have not opened this envelope. The only thing I did is cover up our addresses so we don't have it out there for the world to see. And so let's open this and see what we have to work with. And then I may have to pause you for a minute while I get some stuff together. We didn't really make any rules other than we have to use all 5 items. We can add whatever items we have in our own stash to the 5 items that are sent. Amy, however, did make one rule. In one of the recent swaps that Louisa Heinzel did, and she made a video for it, she was given a baby sock. So we did make the rule that we could not send each other a baby sock. So I will link that video for you as well because it's really cute. So let's see what we've got in here. All right. So we'll start with this and see what she says here. Okay, that's just a little note from her. So what we have is a doily that I'm sure she has cut on her Blowforge, I think is what it's called, in a number 7. And Amy, that's so appropriate. My birthday is on the 7th. So you did good picking the 7. And we have this little L here, and that looks like that it is maybe a sticker. And then we have the die cut butterfly, and we have, oh, what a cute little pronging tag thing. That's really cute. And then we have a little paper doll, and I bet that's in one of her kits. Very distinguished man with a very big head. Okay, and then we have, oh, a neat paper bag that looks like maybe a breadstick or something would come in. That's very cool. Okay, so there's our items. So now we have to figure out what we're going to do with them. So I'm going to put you on pause just a minute and see what I need to do as far as prep work, and figure out what I'm going to do, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're ready to go. I did a little bit of prep work, a little of the fussy cutting, and a couple other things that would be kind of time consuming on the video. So I'm ready to get started now. And as soon as I saw this guy, I knew I was going to go with the steampunk vibe. So that's where we're going with this. And we're going to try and put something together. We'll see how it comes out. This was the little white die cut doily. And all I did was put some Distress Oxides down on my glass mat and smoosh it around in there, and then dry it with my heat gun. I wanted it to have kind of a rusty, patinaed kind of look to it, so I did that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little crackle stamp, and I am going to take, I'm going to knock everything over, obviously, my black soot Distress Oxide. And the reason I'm using black is because he's wearing black and the numbers are black. So I'm trying to get a couple more black elements. And I'm just going to smush it around on here. So we can take it totally away from the lacy doily look into a more grungy, steampunky kind of look. So that's that piece done, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so we have that, and then what I did to the envelope, which is not one of the 5 items, but I really like this paper. I think this is one of her new sets, and I really like it. I don't know which one. I'll have to look it up and so that I can post it, because it is really gorgeous. And she does these fabulous envelope covers so that you can cover your junk mail envelopes with her digitals. I think that's really cool as well. So anyway, I cut it down, and I am going to make a pocket out of it, but I'm going to do it a little bit different. I want to do a pocket that opens on the side, and it opens just right there on the side. And I want to stick this little, be able to stick this little card in here. This digital is from Artie Mays. No, is it Artie Mays? Or it might, no, it's not. It's Artsology. And it's their steampunk kit, and I thought it went really well with this envelope and with the other elements, so that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to ink it up, and it's just a little journaling card. And I'm going to ink it up, and then, like I said, when I glue this, I'm going to glue it so it'll slide in right there. And then I just cut a piece of Tim Holtz paper to go on the back, because I'm going to take this bag and I'm going to cover that up over it. And so I really didn't care too much about what it looked like, what kind of paper it was. And actually, I might flip it this way. Yeah, I think I will, and so I can put that, the ledger part on the outside, and that way if I decide that I don't want to glue it all the way down to my page, then, and I want it to be, you know, a flip or something that's removable, then I can do that as well. So I'm going to glue this down on here. I'm going to get the good grungy part. Get my little scraper thing here. And of course, I missed that edge right there somehow. Bend that page over so I don't stick anything else to it. Okay, let's trim this down. Get off there. Okay. And I'll save these little bits. We won't use them later. So there is that. Let's ink around the edges, even though they're not going to show, but we'll do it anyway. And actually, I could put that, make this more like a journaling card. I might do that. We're going to change our mind on the fly. I'm going to leave this on the outside because you can journal. You can write on that paper. And then I won't put it down in the journal. I'll make it like a journaling card. And that'll work out good. So I want it this way. With my pocket here. Nope. I think I want it this way. All right, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm going to glue here, here, and here, and leave it open here. And of course that pocket's going to be big enough to stick more in it than just that one little journaling card, but I wanted to just get something to show you. How it would look to have something stuck in there. All right, so there's that part. Now, my thought is, and this is another reason that I want it to open here, is I want to put this doily over part of that window. So I wanted to have something shorter that could stick in there and you could still see most of it. And then you could always put something else in there as well. Okay, so we're going to glue this down next. And I could use just a part of that, but I kind of like the idea of using the whole thing. So that's what we're going to do. And this will take a minute. Get all these little fiddly things with glue on them here. I want to be sure that it gets stuck down really well. I don't know if y'all could hear that car that just went by. He went barreling by like he's on a racetrack somewhere. I live in a very rural area, and so a lot of times people are driving much faster than they should be out here. Okay, so that's that. Now, the next thing I want to do, I think, is figure out how to put our guy together here. Let me ink him up. I think Amy sent me this because she knows I think they're creepy. But that's okay. We're gonna make him maybe not so creepy. We're gonna make it work. Oh, I gotta figure out where I want to do this. Because I'm gonna maybe cheat a little bit on this, Amy. I'm gonna use it. Per the rules, but I'm gonna use this part. That still counts. It counts. Let's put his head on. Put his hat on. I'm going to give him kind of the evil tilt on his hat there. I had to tape his leg back on. When I was fussy catting him, I accidentally cut his leg off. So I had to fix that. But it's okay. He survived it. Got in too big of a hurry. Okay, for the butterfly, this is what I did. First of all, I pulled it apart and made it so it wouldn't be so thick. And then I got rid of the antenna. And then I embossed it with some embossing powder to make it look more metallic-y. And the colors I used, I think, were Vintage Photo and Salvaged Patina. And then I'm going to take this clock hand here, and I wrapped some copper wire around through the top hole, and I am going to use that for the body of the butterfly. If I can get my Fabri-Tac to come out of the glue bottle. I'm trying to get it out without making a big old glob of glue. And I'm going to put that right. There's not enough on there. All right. Come on, we're doing good so far. Let's not be a pain here, glue. Okay. So he's gonna make my little, or the hand's gonna make my little butterfly body. And I'm gonna clamp that and let that dry a minute while we work on something else. Okay, so that's that. Now, what we've got is the little orange tag, and what I did with that is I also put some embossing powder on it, and just to grunge it up a little bit. And now I am going to take a Tim Holtz crayon, and I am going to rub it on here, and this is peacock feathers. And I'm going to rub it on here and get my sweatshirt out of the way so I don't ruin it. Like so, and then kind of rub it in with my fingers just to get some of that blue look in there. So that it has a more rusty kind of patinaed look. Like that. And then I can put a prong through it. And that's that part. Oh, and I think I'm going to This is a piece of the bag that came off the top. And I put a number 13 on it. I'm tearing around it to make it smaller and hopefully not gonna tear the number. And I'm gonna take some Faber Tack 3-in-1. All right, we're switching. We're switching. I can't take that. And we're gonna glue that. Right on to there. Okay. So that's that. Now, the only other items we have to worry with are the numbers. So I have also got some random numbers stamps, and I just grabbed some because I wasn't sure which ones I wanted to use. But I think I'm going to put one of the big ones showing through the window. If I put it right above that, a 10-2, can I get it in there? I should have done that before I glue the back on. Yep, that would have been a much better idea. Let's see if I can get it apart. Yeah. Yeah, make decisions like that before you glue things together. It works a lot better. And I'm going to use the black soot. It doesn't have to be a perfect imprint, and it doesn't have to be perfect placement. I just want something in there to kind of show. I didn't press. Oh, I didn't get ink on the top of it. I'll probably never get this lined up now. There we go. Alright, now we'll glue that mistake back. Wipe out my glue mess. Okay. Now we have our, and there was another number down in the bottom of the envelope that I found when I was cutting the envelope up. So there was actually two numbers. I don't know if this is a 9 or a 6. Could be both. I'm gluing it as a 9. Amy, I love these numbers, and I keep meaning to order some, and I just, every time I think about it, you're out. And I know you've been extremely busy trying to keep them cut. But I can understand why they're selling like they do. They're really awesome. Okay, and I'm going to put number here. And here. I keep trying to put the stamp on there the wrong, like backwards, like the wrong side on the block. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, now let's add some funk. I don't think I need that. Let's see if a butterfly is dry. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing with this blue here. And then I'm also gonna use Rusty Hinge. And I don't know if you all are familiar with these crayons or not, but they activate with water, and you just need just a little bit of dampness on your fingers and they will blend. But then once they dry, they're dry. And so you know, you have a short window of time that you can work with them, and they're not permanent, but then when they do dry, they are dry. Okay, and the reason I did that is I didn't want it to be as shiny as what the embossing was, and so I wanted it to have more of a look of you know, a rusted metal rather than a bright metal. So that's why I knocked it down with those crayons. And then I want this guy to sit right here on the top of his head, like he's on his hat. If I can decide what angle, I think like that. Actually, let me use Fabri-Tac. Do I want to do that, or do I want to put the tag on his hat? Because that would look really cute too. You know what? I think I'm going to put the tag on his hat. Let me get my gears on here first so I can complete a thought. I have this little clock right here, and I'm going to put it like he's holding it. And again, I should have done that before I put the envelope together, because it probably would be best to put one of these through it so it looks like it's finished. But I can probably reach down in there and see. That's the thing when you're doing one of these challenges and you're trying to hurry and get your thoughts together and everything. Sometimes you get things a little out of order, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. I'm also trying not to make a marathon video for this. Didn't poke my hole big enough. Trying not to poke through the back of the card. Oh, that one just bent all up. Goodness gracious. There we go. We got it now. Alright, so he's going to hold that one. And then we are going to kind of put some things down here. Hope you guys can see I got stuff spread out everywhere. Like this. And then I think we'll put the butterfly like right there. And put the tag on his hat. Does everybody agree with that? We might need to put some book page or something under that butterfly. Good place for another piece of this paper. Nope, I think I need some book page. Alright, let's see what I got here. Or I could do some cheesecloth. Let's see what that looks like. Since it was right there where I was. Don't need that much. Now it's going to stick to me everywhere. Yeah, I think that's what it needs. Got little glue strings everywhere. Okay, now let me see if I can get his tag on his hat. All right. As I continue to knock everything over. And then, of course, I will be able, you know, have it so that you can put a little card or whatever down in there. Wrong one. So I think that turned out pretty cute. Thank you very much, Amy, for doing this with me. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can do it again soon. And if you guys haven't tried it, find you someone, trade 5 items, and see what happens. It's always exciting to see what they're gonna send, and it's as exciting to me to see what they make out of the items that you send them. So, like I said, I will link Amy's video in the description box, and also her Etsy link to her Etsy shop where she sells her beautiful digitals, and I know she has these numbers, and she has some stencils and all kinds of fun stuff, so you need to check her out. And she makes her digitals are just phenomenal, so please check it out. And until Sunday, when we're going back to work in the sewing journal on Sunday. So I hope you'll join me for that. And until then, have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.